Master.
Hi everyone, Master here with a brief review of the RSI Aurora CL variant. The Aurora line is generally designed as an inexpensive starter line of ships. You have some that are more focused on combat, touring, interdiction, or mixed cargo. The CL, on the other hand, is very focused on cargo. Like other Auroras, the CL has a crew of 1. It has a length of 18 meters, width of 8 meters, and height of 4 meters. There is a bed for the pilot to log out in. What makes the CL different is it has an extended cargo rack called the Store-All Big Box Model A. Most Auroras can only carry 3 SU of cargo, while the CL can carry double that at 6 SU under the ship. If you were to randomly find a CL for salvage, you can pull off that big box storage and place it on any other Aurora variant. No idea how other variants would fly with it installed though, whether they'll slow down or something. The gear stowage is also greater at 6000K micro SU versus 650K micro SU in other variants. The Aurora CL has 2 size 1 sea-level industrial shields. It has 2 size 1 hydrogen fuel tanks, 1 size 1 quantum fuel tank, and a size 1 quantum drive. It has a combat speed of 138 meters a second and max speed of 1093 meters a second. It's slower than the Aurora MR or ES variants. It has the same quantum range as the other Aurora variants. The engines on the CL are supposed to be lower emission than other variants, so enemies can't spot you as easily, but it makes the ship a little slower. For combat, it has 4 size 1 gun hardpoints, like other Aurora variants. 2 hardpoints under the nose have guns, and the 2 on the wings are empty. Each hardpoint can also put a size 1 gimbal. The 2 filled hardpoints have gimbals on them already, which I definitely recommend as it doesn't make you lose any weapon size. Plus the CL is not going to be as agile or fast as any other Aurora variants. As size 1 guns, they won't do a ton of damage, but if you fill all 4 hardpoints with gimbal size 1 guns, you'll do decent damage against light ships. Just remember, if you lose your wings, then you'll also lose any guns on those wings. The Aurora CL has the same missile hardpoint as the MR variant and smaller than the Aurora LN missile hardpoint. So you have a size 2 missile hardpoint with a launcher that carries 2 size 1 missiles by default, but you can change it for a launcher with a single size 2 missile instead if you want. It's not heavy on the missiles, but it does help a little for light combat. The CL goes for $45, or you can buy it in-game for 487,000 credits. It is not rentable in-game. The CL has a brown and white paint scheme with gray on the central section. You can also apply other Aurora variant paints to it if you own them. On top of that, you can get the teal and white Foundation Festival paint during the Foundation Festival time. There's the green and gold paint and the light and dark gray paints with their respective names that you can buy on the website, and they are called exactly that. There is the Invictus blue and gold paint you can get during the yearly Invictus event that's coming up, plus the white and blue icebreak paint that you can only get during the 2951 Luminalia event, so that one at least is no longer available. There are also other limited paints like the Operation Pitchfork paint, the Pirate paint, the South by Southwest 2015 paint, and the UEE Navy paint. You might not see any of these paints again, aside from maybe the Pirate one in the future. The Aurora CL is a good starting cargo ship with enough weapons to keep you safe and enough cargo to make it worth starting. You may want to focus on carrying just the most valuable cargo you can afford with only 6 SCU, but any cargo you find with salvage is free, so make the most of it. Take any cargo missions you can find, and if you have handheld weapons, then take the abandoned outpost cargo missions too. You can often find extra cargo boxes lying around there that you can sell for extra income. The Aurora CL is great for players starting out doing cargo runs. It holds more cargo than all starter ships under $90, aside from the Avenger Titan. Just keep in mind the cargo is external, so it's vulnerable to being damaged or stolen if the ship shields go down, or if the ship loses power. The internal stowage is huge, so players could stuff a ton of gear and other things internally, which could also be used for selling gear at shops. Underground facility missions can get you a lot of money starting out if you stuff it all in your internal stowage. There's also little space inside the cockpit for carrying small boxes for the small courier missions too. You can also put someone in the bed for a passenger run for rescues. So the Aurora CL is very versatile. The external cargo will be very useful when loading or unloading the larger cargo ships that use 1 SU boxes, like the smaller hull ships for example. Orgs could use the CL for loading and unloading their freighters to transport cargo to places with high gravity or where larger ships won't fit. There's a tight squeeze right now when using the tractor beam to load boxes in the Store-All underneath the Aurora, but CIG will eventually fix that for later cargo refactors. In the future, you might be able to even carry ore saddlebags from prospectors too, so you could use that to be a go-between for miners that don't want to leave valuable locations to refine their ore. The Aurora CL is also fairly efficient with fuel costs, so you will save money in traveling compared to larger cargo ships. Just try not to get the CL in combat though. It's not very fast or maneuverable compared to other Aurora variants. The cargo will be exposed to damage too. The 2 size 1 shields are decent but won't hold up for long. The hull health is even weaker than a Mustang Alpha, so combat is not recommended. I recommend using the stealthier engine to evade enemy ships as much as possible. You can also replace your quantum drive, power plant, and shields with stealth versions to further reduce detection by pirates. You have limited missiles, so don't rely on them too much to help you, aside from maybe stunning an enemy fighter or two to get away. If you really have to get into combat, load up 4 weapons with gimbals, preferably laser cannons or repeaters for long fights, or get ballistic everything to blast an enemy quick and get out of there. Also remember to buy the toughest shields and power plants you can find for the Aurora CL if you're going to be fighting, since it only has Class C items right now. Make sure to dodge often and try to play safe. Alright, so that's a brief review of the Aurora CL. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can use my referral code if you decide to jump in as Star Citizen, and you'll get 5,000 extra in-game credits. Here's a big thank you to my current patrons. I have a Patreon going for $3 a month. All patrons will have their names listed at the end of my videos and get first pick on the next item I'll cover. So feel free to sign up and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay, catch you all next time.